Morning everybody. It's Sunday the 11th of October. If you don't know me, I'm David and I'm doing a brew day today. I'm brewing a mango Lasse Gose, a style I'm not really familiar with. I have had one can of it that a friend of mine in Cape Town produced over a year ago now, I think. He brought me a can up when he visited England and it was very nice. So I said I'll brew one. From what I can find out, a mango Lasse Gose is based on the Indian style yogurt drink, but I know a Gose is a German beer, and it's very well. It's got salt in it, which mine will have. We'll go through that later. You'll see me putting salt in the boil, and it's got wheat in it. I've got Golden Promise malt in it. I've got Golden Naked Oats. I've got flake wheat, and I've got some acid malt because it's going to be a sour, and I'm going to use Philly sour yeast. So I'm going to get I've got all the grains here. Look, that's me cup to throw it in with. The grain father's set at 65. I don't know whether you can see it. So I'm just going to start doughing in, and we'll try and do a bit of a brewing video for a change today. I think you can see it. Yeah, it's 65 degrees. It's going to be 1 hour mash. So let's get started. I always put 2 or 3 cups at a time in. I think there's just over about 15.5 litres of water in there. And I've added water salts. They've all been carefully measured out. So we'll get a good stir. I put my salts in the sparge water as well, and it does have a big chunk of non-iodinized, is it non-iodinized salt? I can't say it. Tannin salt anyway. That's going in the boil, because it's got to have a salty taste to it, this. So, I'll give you more information. I'll give you more information throughout the day. So I'll get mashing in. Well, we're well into the mash now. Might be 20 minutes left. We're maintaining 65. So I'm just going to do this pH reading. Let's have a look. 5.1. Yeah, that's about where we want to be. That's okay. 5.1. That's fine. I'm going to not put any lactol acid in now, but just before I pitch the Philly sour yeast, I'm going to take another pH reading and add lactol acid to get it down to 4.5 pH just before I add the Philly sour yeast. Gives it a bit of a helping hand. The next stage, I'm going to do a mash out at 75-76 degrees for 10 minutes. I did put rice hulls in this because it's got a lot of wheat in it, so I'm just hoping the sparge doesn't take too long. But I'll get back to you at the sparge. Well, as I thought, it's going to be a very, very slow sparge. There's only just over 1 kilo of wheat in. And I put rice hulls in, but it just don't want to go down. I better give it a stir soon. So it's going to be a long job. Never mind. Get back to you in a few hours, I reckon. Well, as you can see, the water's sticking on the top. So I'm just helping it on its way by giving it a little bit of a gentle stir. I don't think it'll harm it. It'll just speed it up a bit. I don't know whether you can hear it. It is trickling through, but I'll only be another 10 minutes. And then what I do just before it boils, it's still dripping. I stand it on that bowl there, and then I still catch the second runnings. So yeah, another 10 minutes or so. It is going down, but slow. Well, we've just started the half-an-hour boil. I set the timer going, and I've just put 12 grams of non-iodized salt in, as it's supposed to be salty. I should have filmed putting that in, but take my word for it, there's 12 grams of salt crystals gone in, sea salt. And then I've got some lactose milk sugar to put in, cardamom pods. Traditionally, I think it was coriander in fly coming near me. Don't want flies in my brew, get out. Yeah, traditionally it was coriander, but cardamom I think's more for the Lasse style, what they had in the yogurt drinks in India. We're getting steamed up. So it's not going to be long now, is it? Another 15 minutes and put the Protafloc in, and I'll get back to you when it's down at 80 degrees when I put some hops in. If I didn't tell you before, I'm telling you now. Yeah, cool it down to 80 after the boil and get some hops in, but we'll talk about that later. Right, it's the lactose milk sugar now. Hope you can see it. There's 550 grams of lactose milk sugar. This, I suppose, will represent the yogurt bit of the Indian drink. I'll stir it in and put it in a bit at a time. Bit tricky this. I could do with my wife helping me, but she'll be sat reading a book with her feet up. And I'm glad she is, to be honest with you. She's had a tough week. We'll not go into that, but she's okay now. Not been so well, basically, but she'd normally be helping me, but she might come down for the transfer into the fermenter. She likes to do that. We'll see. A bit there, so I'll just swill it round a bit. Get it out. It's all there now. Well, the next addition is another 5 minutes, and that's some cardamom pods, I think 4 grams. So I'll get back to you. Well, there's the cardamom pods, 4 grams. I've just lightly crushed them. In they go. That's the last addition before the hops, so give them a stir. So I'll get back to you when I put the hops in, tell you what they are. Well, I probably already told you, but I'll tell you at weights when I get to it. So yeah, I'll get back to you in a bit. Right, we've chilled down to 80, and then goes some mosaic. I think there's 30 grams there of mosaic, and then we've got citra, 27 grams. Give it a bit of a stir. So I'm going to stir that for 5 minutes, and then I'm going to let it stand another 15, and then I'll transfer it into fermenter. I don't think we forgot anything. It's been a very fiddly day, this. I'm all at 6s and 7s today. But we'll get there. Put it to 4.5 now, but I've had to put 6 ml of lactic acid in. But that's a good enough start. The Philly sour should get it down to 3.2 hopefully. But we'll see later on. Okay. Right, we're just transferring now into the fermenter. Nice colour. I've got a gravity on the proper hydrometer of 1.058, so I've overshot. I think I was supposed to get 1.052, so I haven't got a tilt reading yet because it's bobbing up and down, but it should be near 1058, and I'm going to put the Philly sour in shortly. It's about 25 degrees at the moment going in there. So that's it. I'll get back to you in a bit. Finish the video off. Well, brew day's over. I'm pretty tired. It's been a funny sort of day, up and down the steps. I wouldn't say it's gone that smoothly, but I've overshot my numbers, so that's a good thing. I was going to make this into a grain to glass, but it's gone on long enough. I'll do a part 2 where I prepare the mangoes and add them to the brew and the dry hops. And before I go, I'd just like to say a big thank you to Mike Halls, who's based in Cape Town, South Africa. He sent me the recipe. In fact, I helped him brew a mango Lasse Gose in April 19. I think I had 2 jugs of sparge water. That was my bit of the brew, but it all counts. Anyway, I scaled his recipe down. I've changed the hops that he used, and I think he did a limited release can. He had it brewed on a professional system, someone's brewery, and I think it sold out immediately. It had great reviews. I've got the can somewhere, but I can't find it at the moment. So thanks to Mike. Without his help, you know, I probably wouldn't have got even the idea, never mind the inspiration or anything. So I owe him a lot. And that's it. I appreciate you watching. I love you all, and happy brewing, and stay safe. Cheers.